Christian and Tess would head back to the Roya region to find the entire place in ruins. Christian is shocked to see that the entire place is in ruins and sees Jake standing there with two grunts by his side, fighting the gym leaders. He says, as Jake says, petty gym leaders. You won't even be able to stop one of my Pokemon. I've already defeated most of them with one, my Vaporeon. Christian says, he joined Team Eclipse again? And I think he's the leader now since Cypress is gone. But I think he did take back the other ones. Then Christian says, as they're in a helicopter, as they jump out, Christian says, as he throws down his Pokemon, his flying Pokemon, which he doesn't have actually. Actually, he does. He has Dragonite. He says, Dragonite! As he grabs Dragonite leg, as he brings him down. As he goes, thanks Dragonite, he goes, brah! As Christian says, Jake, what the hell, man? As Jake says to shut up, or he's gonna have... And he tells him, why don't you join Team Eclipse? We could be so powerful together and rule all the nations and regions. Christian tells him, no way, I'm not joining the group that took away my parents. He says, then you'll have to battle. Christian says, go, tie explosion! I'm kidding. He sends out his first Pokemon, and it's defeated with one shot by Jake's Vaporeon. Then he sends out all of his Pokemon, which all get defeated except for Typhlosion. He goes, how? How did you get powerful in this limited time? Jake has a flashback of when he ate one of Zygarde's crystals, which gave his Pokemon immense power. And he gave his Pokemon limitless power. He says, use Hydro Beam as a quick high-pressured shot. Hits Typhlosion and he goes, brah! As he's defeated, Christian goes, Typhlosion! As Typhlosion's defeated, he goes, now I'll be taking you by force. As one of the grunts grabs Tess and says, what'll it be? Tess? We'll leave Tess alone if you join. But if you don't, she'll be imprisoned for life. He goes, Christian thinks to himself going, Grr! As he's scratching something that if he saves Tess, he's gonna have to be the leader and cause her the most pain. But if she's imprisoned, it doesn't matter. He can get her out later on, once he gets strong enough. Christian says, take her away. As he walks away, she's like, no! As then she says in her head, he gave up. He actually gave up on me. He says, screw the group. As he pulls out his Dragonite, saying, as Dragonite doesn't want to fly, he says, go. We're heading to Mount Silver. Not really. He says, we're heading to a new region. We have things to do. Dragonite is mad, and so is Typhlosion that it lost to a simple Vaporeon. As they head out, Christian says, we're training, and we're gonna get some, and there's only 3 people I know that can help me. He says, I need a couple of items, and a couple of trainers. I'm going to go find an army of trainers to come help me. He heads to the Kanto region and finds 3 trainers that he can ask for help. Number 1, Trace. This boy's insanely strong. And he's got a Jolteon. He asks Tracy if he can come with him. Tracy says sure. He says now for the next. He finds a boy named Blue, who is the gym leader. He asks him for help. Blue says no, but Christian promises him that this will be for the better of the world. And Blue says fine. Christian says, now, didn't you have a rival named Red? He goes, that guy. Red, yeah. I don't know where, I'm pretty sure he's on Mount Silver in the Johto region. Christian says, right. Let's head to the Johto region. There's 2 trainers I want there. Actually, there's 3. He goes, huh. As they go to but then they can't find Red. Red's standing there, but Red disagrees. Christian goes, as he says, let's go. We have another one to catch. As he finds someone else, he says, Gold is your name, isn't it? He goes, yeah? He goes, would you mind coming with me on an adventure that'll benefit the world? He goes, sure. Christian says, do you know a boy by the name Silver? He goes, that criminal? Christian says, yes, I'm going to need him on this. As he gets Silver, as he says, we're heading to the next region. As they get on a plane and head to the next one, he says, now we're in the Hoenn region. There's a certain trainer that will be able to help us in this region. He says, May, the daughter of Professor Birch. This girl has immense power. Now this is the game version of May. He says, May, would you like to come on a journey with me and my group to save the world? She goes, sure, I just need one more person to come with me. She gets on the phone and instantly somebody on a Swellow jumps down going, huh. And it's Brendan. Yeah, this is the team. He basically is the team that I used in my Hoenn playthrough, aka Sceptile, Gyarados, Camerupt, Swellow, Manectric, and Gardevoir. I might have used another one, whatever. As he says, hey May, who are they? She says, there are people who need our help. And we also need one last trainer from this region. Who can we find? He says that he has one last member that he can probably use. And that's... They head to Petalburg, and he says, Wally, do you mind coming with us to help save the world? Wally says, that's a giant request, but sure. Christian says, next region, we're heading to the Sinnoh region. We have 2 people we can get from there. Blue says, who? Christian says, Dawn and Lucas. Along with a boy named Paul. He's pretty strong. As he takes all of them, they all agree instantly. He says, now Unova, Wilbur, do you mind coming with us? He doesn't really want to, but Christian just says, come. As then, I forgot the name of the protagonist from Black and White 2, but whatever. We're going to skip Kalos since there's no important, except for he finds the Kalos League champion that he never actually battled, who's the real one. He collects Sawyer and Callum. Christian says, Callum, the original Kalos League, the second Kalos League champion. He goes, do I know you? Christian says, I'm the current Kalos League champion. He says, you never battled me for my title. Christian says, because you've been hiding in the shadows. Now would you like to come along and help? He goes, fine. Christian says, let's go then. As they get on the plane, he says, this is starting to pull a toll on my money. Blue says, then why are you taking us all? He says, now we're traveling on Pokemon. It's a pretty quick region. He goes, okay. As they get on their bird Pokemon, as they all fly. Christian says, I have a Pokemon ready. I already have 2 trainers in the Alola region. Christian says, I think we might also meet Ash. As he says, yeah, we might. As Christian says, hey Ash. Ash says, oh, Christian, you're here. What's up? Christian says, we just have a minor problem. And do you want to come with us? Ash says that he can't leave Alola. He's too attached. Christian says that he's good. He says, fine. But then, when he walks away, Ash says, wait, fine. Oh yeah, Christian also picked up Gary. As he takes his next Pokemon. He takes Ash, Gladion, and How. He goes, good. We have one last trainer. Let's head to it. Gold says, him? Christian says, yup, him. Now we're going to do an intense training. Got it? And we're going to be taking to the harshest areas. He's got a giant squad. He's got the protagonists from every region. Gladion, as he says, here we go, we're at Mount Silver. As he says, Red. Blue says, hey Red. Red doesn't talk. Christian says, is he like mute or something? He goes, no. He just refuses to talk. Red says, yes. Christian says, come with me, Red. We're going to do some training and we need you. Red says, okay. Because we're going to get the joyful Red. Because we don't know why Red would just went in depression mode and just didn't talk to anyone when he went on Mount Silver. Like, come on, bro. Go back to talk to your mom for a while. Like, at least Blue, like, he was a nice guy. I mean, sure, he was a bully, but, like, he still treated you well after you won. Like, seriously. Alright, so he says, yeah. As they head straight to a perfect place, Christian says that he's got a smart friend. He's got a place that we can go. Christian says that there is, let's go to this certain place where he has this certain item that can call all kinds of Pokemon. They go to the Sky Tower. Well, actually, no, they go to the biggest part. A plain field. Christian goes, oh, as he puts his hand out and a crystal appears in his hand, which, like, hundreds of lights come out. As then, they see all the legendary Pokemon from their regions. Like Moltres, Zapdos, you know, all that crap. Like Mew and Mewtwo, who Red actually already caught. All kinds of legendaries. Christian says, we'll train with them. These guys will all train with each other and bond. Then, we'll get started. They all say, yeah! Christian says, let's go! As they're all training for about a year or so. Until they've all basically, except Ash doesn't age, of course. Red says, hey, you're Ash, right? He goes, yeah, and you're Red? He goes, yeah, I have a question for you. Ash says, yeah? He says, why don't you look any older? Ash goes, Christian says, because Ash doesn't age. My dude has a power called I don't age. And deal with it. Ash goes, hey! Christian says, well, you don't age, I'm sorry. Because I'm not going to age Ash, even after a year. They've all gotten immensely strong. Christian's changed up his team a lot. Red hasn't. Red's kept it. They all got two legendaries on their team to help support them. Because they know that Team Eclipse is going to come to a certain spot in a couple of days. So Christian has caught, let me explain Christian's brand new team. Typhlosion, a level 100 Typhlosion, a level 100 Metagross. Level 100, he's got a brand new Pokemon called, aka he doesn't have a brand new one. He's got Metagross, a shiny Metagross to be exact. A Typhlosion, his Marshadow, a Zeraora, Rayquaza, and yeah, we're not going to question their teams. Ash has got a pretty strong team. They're all ready to battle. Christian says, we're going to raid Team Eclipse's hideout in platoons of 3. I'll assign the groups. Group number 1, Ash, Alon, Sawyer. Actually, no, he says, Kalos and Sinnoh combined. As Lucas, Don, and Paul team up with Sawyer, Alon, and Callum. Christian says, good. Now, Kanto and Johto combined. He goes, Hoenn, Unova, combined. He goes, I'll take with Alola. I'll go with Alola. He goes, alright guys? They go, yep. Christian says, let's go. Let's go kick some butt and go save Tess. He goes, oh yeah, and leave the leader to me. He's all mine. He says, Christian says, let's go! Everyone pull out your strongest Pokemon. For now. They all pull out their legendary. Christian pulls out Rayquaza going, Rayquaza! As May has Groudon, May has Kyogre, while Brendan has Groudon. While Christian has Rayquaza. along with Zeraora and Typhlosion, who are basically his strongest, with Metagross and Marshadow not far behind. He says, let's go. As they all get in their ride Pokemon as they blast forward, Christian being head because of how fast Rayquaza is. Christian goes, Aah! As he says, whoa, this is fast, we're going to be there in an instant. Christian says, as then they make it to Crescent Island, Christian says, we're here. This place is built with thugs, so anyone here knows how to fight? No one knows how to fight here. Brendan says he does, and Blue says he can take a couple of hits. Gary says that he can fight. Ash says, I guess. Christian says, Christian says, there's bandits coming. Ash is like, ah! As he's about to get hit, Christian jumps in front and goes, ah! As he just moves the crap out of this dude. He says, I've been training myself as well. Haven't you, Ash? He goes, no, I've been training my Pokemon. Christian says, I guess your Pokemon would be exceptionally strong. As Christian grabs another bandit and throws them in the ocean. As he goes, he says, Gold, you should know how to do this stuff, right? Since you've raided a base with Lance. He goes, yeah? Red and Blue both say he was easy to defeat. Christian goes, as he just cracks up laughing, saying that was enjoyable. But let's get serious. As they both send out all their starter, they all return their legendaries. As Christian says that him and asks Ash if he has any Pokemon that have any strong moves that can destroy a base. Gladia, they all say no, so Christian says, I'll destroy their base. But then he says, wait a minute, they're not here, they're at the prison place. But then he says, wait a minute. He says, Rayquaza, Dragon Scent! As he goes, and collides with the base. Christian says, take the bartender away. As Alon drags the bartender out. Like a freaking savage, he goes in there and just drags him out, going, But then Christian realizes something. Hey, Alon, have you seen Marin? He goes, no, not for a while. Christian says, they must have her down there as well. They're kidnapping all of us. He says, let's go. As they head down there, Christian says, platoon split. Take on the grunts and easily defeat them. And all the evil teams have combined with Team Eclipse and have joined in. All the bosses. So Brendan takes over along with May and Wally, who all start to fight the grunts. Some grunts into admins, which are Courtney and the Team Aqua admin dude, the big guy. As they start to take him on, Christian says, Platoon 3, good luck. Platoon 3, the platoons are based off their number of region. Christian says, Platoon 7, break off. And that's Ash's platoon. As they head off, Christian says, Platoon 1 and 2, follow me. Platoon 2, take on the left side. Gold, Silver, and Gold says, yes. As then Silver says, whatever, as I don't know who, and as they go, Christian says, Platoon 1, stay with me. We're heading towards the top. Christian says, Red, now! Red says, Mewtwo, swift! And he goes, knocking down the door. He says, Charizard! Get him! Mega Punch! And goes straight after the table, which he crushes. Christian says that he has another goal as he's heading out. He finds the cell of Tess and Marin as him and Alon bust open the cage. As Christian pulls him out. But then Christian's knocked out by something, but Alon gets away because Christian told him, while being knocked out, tells him to get away with Marin and Tess. Alon dragged them away as Christian's taken away by Jake into the place where he's chained up. You know the place where Hoopa was? He goes, Jake says, "You'll never beat me. Never. Even with that stupid squad, they've already been defeated by my platoons, as they've probably already..." But he sees that the platoons are easily destroying all of his grunts. He goes, "What? I've been training those grunts for a year and they still haven't gotten good?" As the grunts are getting wrecked by the platoons. As he goes, he says, "But I won't let you survive." As he says, "Hoopa, send him to the dimension that Cypress went to." As he opens it up, Christian sees a faint green light blitz and hit Hoopa. It's Rayquaza. As Zeraora hits Jake, knocking him away. He goes, "You damn Pokemon are persistent." But then something starts to happen to Christian. His head is aching. It feels like it's about to burst.
Since 1922, we've been making right brand bacon the same way. One might even say we're a bit of a one-trick pony.
He goes, as he can't hold himself back, his eyes turn black with a red thing on him. His teeth sharpen. As then he rips off the chains with ease. His Pokemon are shocked, along with... What? As Jake is also shocked. As he puts his hand on his face going, as then... he smiles with a look, looking at Jake, saying, as he appears behind him, going, Hoopa tries to take control, but it doesn't work. Christian goes, as he destroys Hoopa with a punch somehow. He goes, as his claws turn into like his hands turn into demon claws. As he goes, as he destroys Jake. As he goes, as Alana and the rest of them arrive to see Christian kicking Jake's ass. They're cheering until they see his eyes. What? Alright. Strawberry thing. You could have just said that. You said popsicles. I said popsicles. Sherbet? Sherbet? Yeah. Dad, like this? Like the sherbet?
There's a box in there with those popsicles I ate that mom bought the other day. Strawberry ones.
Yeah.
It's right there in the box.
Oh my god, look at the chat.
I'll help you, Christian. I'll get it, Jeff. Christian, look.
Notice that there's nothing here.
Strawberry popsicles?
Is this it?
Yes, Christian.
I thought it was like frozen strawberries or something. No, strawberry popsicles. Yeah, I know. What's that? Oh, that's bad. What? Look. Who did it? I was walking by that fell in. I'm gonna go this to Devin. And can I just get back to recording, please?
How come you're not in class?
We're
gonna straighten up this living room.
Mom, not now.
get a little bit of free time, that's it.
Can't you just leave me alone? And thanks to my third time, I've lost my motivation.